Today I'm going to trace Eric Cartman 500 times. But each tracing will be a tracing of the previous tracing, so things might get ugly. I always say today, but it's going to take several days. As an extra challenge, I'm going to color the 500th one in from memory. Everything between 1 and 500 is not going to be colored. Alrighty then. Let's draw the first Cartman. So every other time I've done this, it was sort of a shoulders up shot of the character, because doing the whole thing would normally take a ridiculous amount of time. But I think Cartman is simple enough that I can do the whole body. So yep, gonna trace the entire Eric. Let's get into it. As is tradition, I'm gonna time the first one, see how long it takes, and also try to make it look accurate-ish. I should start with the right eye since the other one goes underneath it slightly. I guess by right I mean left. See, like, I'm already not thrilled with that shape, but I'm gonna take it. It's gonna be a little rough, but it's gonna more or less look like an accurate depiction of Cartman. I hope this is a good line thickness to be using. I'm gonna avoid undoing. I'm undoing that. I'm gonna try not to undo much. A lot of people have asked me to do this without undoing or deleting anything. And that's an interesting idea, but you don't understand how quickly this would turn to mush. It would just dissolve into a useless blob after like 100. But maybe I will try that if you guys really want me to. I don't think those buttons are going to stay where they should. The bottom is kind of just a straight line, which is a challenge in itself. Okay, that's good enough. That was 6 minutes and 12 seconds, by the way. I should not have spent that long on that. So here's the original Eric. I should memorize these colors because I'm going to try to not see this image for like 6 days. There's a good chance I accidentally see him on the internet, but I'll try to avoid that. Here's the first tracing, and that is the last I am seeing of the original for quite some time. I'm going to quickly see how long the second one takes. The eyes are already a bit messy. His second chin is like 8 times the length of his first. See, this shape is confusing. I don't even know if I did it very accurately. Probably gonna do the whole thing zoomed out after this one. That took 421. Not 420, I'm sorry. Got a fair bit more speeding up to do, but I think we're on track for a reasonable, not driving me insane time frame. So that's the second tracing. I can already see the seeds of devolution. Begin the time lapse. I'm gonna interject here to tell you something terrible happened. When I opened the file at one point and started drawing, I saw that I was up to 350 something, even though the night before I'd done 425. And by the time I realized this, I'd already saved the file. So I overwrote the file that could have had the 425 tracings in it. So basically I lost 75 tracings and had to do them all over again. So it was like 2.5 hours lost, which I was sad about for a minute, but then I just got on with it. Okay, I've just finished the 500th one. That took about 20 hours, including the missing 75. So that was a bit annoying, but now I'm gonna try to draw the 500th one from muscle memory. But before I do that, I'm gonna show you the animation montage thing from 1 to 500. So we really just drifted way right and not much down for some reason. Not down at all, maybe? I was zoomed in pretty much the entire time, so I didn't really know what the placement was like. I could tell the face was falling apart, but I didn't really try to fix it or anything. The most noticeable thing is the stretching of the head. I think the volume stayed the same, it just like rotated 90 degrees. Let's actually compare that. The head's almost the same if you just rotate it. I squished and elongated as well. Pupils are kind of the same size, that's cool. I don't know what happened to the chin. His little mouth chin stayed close, but then the bottom one just shrunk to the same size, even though it should be like 4 times the length. The head really just encroached on the shirt. That's why the buttons are so squashed together. And then the pants got less wide. There's just this giant space over here. The bottom of the coat, like inverted, is sort of this M shape as opposed to just a downwards curve. Bow on top of the hat, simplified a little bit. The gloves didn't change as much as I thought they would. I actually made the right one more complex. The left I subconsciously turned it into more of a glove shape than it already was. Well, I'm gonna go back in time and show you the extra stuff I did. Okay, so I'm attempting to recreate the 500th tracing while zoomed in. This is not going to be an accurate Cartman, but hopefully close to what the 500th was. You know what? That's not long enough. Let's do something like that. Then we had some of these. Oh god. I'm so used to just seeing what I have to do. This one was actually way higher up. I don't know what I've done wrong here, but there was definitely not this much room for the button. The proportions are definitely way off. Like way off of what I've been doing. I can't put my finger on what is gone wrong. I think my head's a little small. Oh well. There's the double chin. So this was kind of tallish. God, this looks bad. Is there something wrong with the pants? No. It's just taller than it should be. Let's zoom out. I haven't done that in a while. Oh my god. So far in the corner. Okay, well I've sort of squished him even more than he was. He had a taller head and a wider body. Now, let me try and draw Cartman, draw him. This is my attempt at the real Cartman. My reality is warped. I don't know what's real anymore. I guess I'm gonna draw the bow pretty much the same. I mean, his head's probably like really wide. I might need more room down the bottom. Also probably need to do a bigger second chin. Okay, let's expand that. Mouth is a bit small, I think. This doesn't look right, but I think I'm getting closer. Eyes are a bit small. Okay, well, that's a head. I have no idea what the gloves were really shaped like. Just kind of strange blobs. I need to make the body way smaller. This honestly sucks. I can't believe it. Okay, I don't like this at all, but I think it's probably closer than my 500th drawing. Alright, now the other thing I said I would do. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to color this thing from memory. Skin tone, maybe even lighter than that. Just like a pasty beige. So his coat is red, a little darker. Brown pants, dark brown, and like black shoes pretty much. So I think these colors are pretty saturated. Yeah, cyan beanie, good color. Yellow accents. The gloves might be yellow as well. Okay, that looks right. This looks pretty good. Now, let's compare it to the original image. Oh my gosh. Okay, the colors are pretty much on point, just a little more dull in the original, maybe. The drawing is definitely off. So my attempt at actually drawing Cartman, it's a little closer, but it's still pretty bad. So he has the onion skin of the whole thing. It really looks like he just super speed ran from the left. I colored the last one and you can see a little bit of that. Not too many gaps. There's this one down here, and this one up here. You can just see like the consistent drifting to the right and getting a little bit taller. It's like a front-ish view of a Cartman-shaped 3D tube. Well, that was quite a journey. Thanks for watching, have a nice week, and I will see you in another video. Goodbye.